If you like the little jingle that you're hearing as I'm speaking, listen in the background. That background music is my song. Yes, your girl makes music. I write, I sing, I'm creative, and I would love it if you guys would check out my stuff, which is available on all platforms and can be Shazammed. Yes, Shazammed. Will also be in the description box below. So we're back, guys, on episode 5 of season 2 of Love Island USA, and we just gonna dive in. So, James. Last episode ended with James and the pop off, and it started with James and the pop off. Unpopular opinion, and no, I'm not gonna say that James is right, not at all, but unpopular opinion. But there was bad communication on both ends of it. Moira, she is a single lady. That man is not her boyfriend. She can do whatever she wants to do, but I think she was beating around the bush in her conversation with him of how she felt. I think she felt uncomfortable, so she didn't want to fully express. I like Calvin. I think I can see something coming along with Calvin. The conversation that we had before, in which I thought, you know, this would be a solid thing, I don't think that's the case anymore. Straight up like that. And I think that's what he wanted to hear. Like, what are we doing? Are you going to be the same with me? Are you going to deal with me the same? Which is a valid point, because when you're in the villa, whether 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, whatever, understand at the end of the day, people are trying to make it to the end. People are trying to meet more people. People are trying to get their connections, but also people are trying to make it to the end, because you also can win money at the end of the day. So I think he wanted to know, so he's like, yo, can I get my options open? Do I need to start looking around? Like, what do I need to do? Because I don't want to sit and be in the background of you, and clearly, like, you're telling me one thing, but the outcome is you call feelings for somebody else. So now this whole thing that, like, we thought we were doing is not the case anymore. So I understood where he was coming from, but also I understood where she was coming from. Like, you're being passive aggressive. And even if it wasn't intentional, even if it was an unintentional, oh, those guys are great. Yeah, are they great guys? Like, trying to prove to her that he's not bugging out. It just wasn't the time for that. It came off insincere. So it was just a lot going on. And then, like, he didn't want to leave. Don't forget, they add the music to it, the cuts. It just looks really bad. So because they never really had a solid, full conversation, and it just ended in such a weird way, in an uncomfortable way, the next day even, bringing it over. But I'm not going to let him off the hook, too, because he was saying little sly stuff, like, oh, he could have her, da-da-da. So he was feeling some type of way. See, that's what I'm saying. I can't be out here. I'm not caping for James. I'm not. But I will say, like, there wasn't clear communication. I think if there was full blown, it is what it is, and I think that's what he was asking for. Now, was he ready to handle that? I don't know. But if there was clear communication, or clearer communication, things could have played out differently. Now, Jeremiah literally pulled up to have his conversation, but he was shirtless and looking good with a little hoop, and I was like, he gonna take you for a loop. I told you, it's that hoop, that the power's in the hoop, and he came through it shirtless in the hoop and wants to know how you feel or where we stand. My dumb self, I'll be in the cut like, we stand united. That's where we stand. Rachel's got a decision, because I like Caleb. He has a vibe that I like. And not just the 2 a.m. Like, no. He's cool. He's a cool dude. And I like the dimples and the teeth. He's really like, I ain't trying to hear all that rah-rah. He's not a rah-rah type of dude. That's the vibe I'm getting. I'll say this, and I hate the fact that I'm saying this. I thought that scene when everybody was going to sleep, that first scene, I thought it was cute when they flashed the bed over and Justine and Trey were cuddled up. I know. I thought it was cute. I was like, oh man. Because, like, she didn't cuddle in a minute. And I was like, oh, she deserves a good cuddle. From Trey, I don't know. still don't trust him. I did think it was cute. So the next morning when they tried to like speak to each other and get everything out the air, again, another example of poor communication on both ends, because she's like, you're being defensive. Last night you were being very defensive and that was making me uncomfortable, and I felt like you weren't truly understanding how I was feeling. And he's like, what are you talking about? What do I have to apologize for? I didn't even do anything. That should have been the conversation in which things truly got hashed out, because I do think it was potentially it could have been a misunderstanding on both ends. Yes, he was bugging out, but the way them previews was looking, it made it seem like it was gonna be like this whole big thing. Because when he was like, oh, you want drama? I thought he was really gonna bring drama, but he was just like talking to himself. He like one of those, and it was just like, oh, okay. But when they came back in the morning for the conversation, it was like he pulls up to her, and he already knows, because he knows, like we all know, this just went to craps. Y'all not together no more, just like that. And he comes to her and he's like, you know, automatically having that conversation of, you know, I still want to be friends, and I know we're done, and it's like she just doesn't want to talk. But I'm not gonna jump on the bandwagon and be like, yo, he's a psycho. Like in the morning time, he's just harassing her. I think when she said, yes, I need some space, I don't think he truly understood what she meant. And that's the thing. Instead of saying what it is, that's what I mean by communication. I need some space. I need some space can mean multiple things. I need some space means, yo, back up. Like, I just need a break from this. I can't do this right now. I'm already irritated. The conversation is what it is. That's I need some space. You know what else is I need some space? I need some space. I think we need time apart. I don't think we need to be together anymore. That's I need some space. I need some space can also be, I need some space. Move over. Like, I need some space. Yes, it has multiple meanings. But in this situation, because you can see how direct he is. And sometimes I think to some degree, like, I'm not going to lie, it was aggressive. But a part of it in the beginning, when he was just like, so are we like not going to be together anymore? Like what? Like, and he's like, no, I'm really asking. Like, I think it's literally him being very direct, and there can be a possibility that people are not used to people being super direct. Like, what are we doing? I'm not even trying to be aggressive at you, but don't have me sitting here looking crazy. I never don't have me sitting here looking crazy, but that is a valid point. We got 2 days for somebody gets eliminated off. What are you doing? But I need to be clear of what is about to happen. When it came back to the opportunity of them to have the conversation to really clarify things, they still didn't communicate, because you have him being already defensive and you have her again beating around the bush, which is, it was just yesterday. You did, like, literally that should have been the moment. Be like, I truly, when I told you I needed some space, I meant I need to be away from you. I don't want to be around you right now. That made me uncomfortable. I don't want to be around you. I don't want to be in a couple with you. That doesn't mean that I hate you. It just means I want to take this opportunity, and I think I want to take my shot with Calvin, because clearly we know she's not going to be with him anymore, with James anymore. And I felt uncomfortable, and I felt you weren't willing to hear me. I felt you were coming from an aggressive place. That wasn't said. It was, you're being defensive. And you know what? I can't even look at you right now. I need some space. I say this, time reveals everything. Luckily, they didn't hurry up and physically show their care and commitment to each other, because they didn't really need to be together. They couldn't communicate. One person can't be super direct and the other person beating around the bush. You can't. Because now one's like, the communication just is wonky. I'm not going to join the bandwagon and call him psycho. I did before. I was like, whoa, because that preview, I'm not gonna hold you, that preview had me looking at him like he was crazy. But I will admit, James was doing a little too much. James was doing a little too much. But to be getting gassed on Twitter, or not gassed, but to get blown up on Twitter the way he's getting blown up, I'm kind of like, it wasn't that bad. For him to be on Twitter, like for people who call him psycho, it kind of sucks. If he gets off TV, he's gonna be now known as a psycho. And from the perspective of an Islander and just wanting to know what is going on, especially in the circumstances that are in there, like those questions, because those questions literally do need to be known, because in 2 days he will be kicked out if he doesn't know this. So that he needs to know that right then and there, because now he has to look around him and say, can I build another connection? Because nothing's worse than literally sitting on your thumbs because you legit put every egg into this. Like, we're gonna be everything, and that person turns around and just like, you know what, no, I think I found a connection. And I'm not coming at Moira, and I'm not saying anything about her. I'm literally just saying, I don't think it was as psychotic and ill as people online are blowing it up to be. Because also thing I'll tell you this is you don't just get on Love Island. I mean, unless they change the whole thing, but you go through a lot of tests. You go through psych tests, you have to go through therapist tests, you have to go, like, they're not letting no crazy psycho person on a reality TV show. So he's not crazy, he's not psycho, he's not like a danger. I think the whole situation got blown out of proportion, but I can understand why he would be mad, but I also understand why she's like, yo, what is going on? Poor communication, but I was understanding of her, but I can also understand his frustration. Yeah, poor communication. Yeah, but the one thing I will say is why he shouldn't have done it, but I said this in general, I'll be dropping gems on my videos, please listen. Don't push yourself or overextend yourself where you're not wanted. Trust me, I have been there. Seriously, don't. When he first came out, she did not want him. He then said, we have a connection. I think I felt a vibe. She never said that she felt that same vibe. He said that alone. You went and fully allowed yourself to be in an environment that you weren't fully wanted. So that should have left room for it to be open. This is life. I mean, I can understand why he's mad, but also I'm kind of like, yeah, he probably thought them getting together was gonna lock the situation down, but it didn't happen in time before the other people came in. And that is why, instead of relying on that thing, and I'm not even just talking about him, I'm just saying in general, like, don't try to build bonds through people through that. You know, I'm talking about the do. That's what it's called. Really make sure you're first off in a place that you wanted, because you could get into all this, but that don't mean y'all like this. You know what I mean? Caleb, I already told y'all, I think Caleb's dope. But one thing I really liked about him, and he said this, he said, I'm not the type of guy to keep chasing, because that means it's running. High five, Caleb. What? My lip just got stuck on my teeth. Does that mean I need Vaseline? If you're watching this, Caleb, but I think this is the moment that I'm gonna put my hand forward for a high five, and I need you to take your hand and connect it to mine through the screen. My little hands. Yes, my little hands. Bop. We are going to high five. That was our high five, because you get it. That sounds like a Bible book, doesn't it? The book of Caleb. Take a verse out of the book of Caleb. And don't chase, because it implies that whatever you chasing is running. And that, literally, that is the lesson. That is the lesson. That is the lesson of this whole thing and that whole thing situation with James. Don't chase her. Don't chase Moira, because that implies that she's running. So instead of chasing her, let her go. And let her go in silence. But you was real loud and you let go, so it made things worse. Another moment I'm not so proud of that I also thought was really cute. I kind of thought it was cute when the second time they were laying in bed to go to sleep, and Trey was staring at Justine while they laid in bed. I think she was asleep. I thought it was cute, but I also don't trust it. Or him. Yeah, I think we all can agree. We don't even gotta go into depth about this. James, that man is going home. Who's the second person that's going home? I don't know. Before I thought Jeremiah was going home, but it might be Trey, because Caleb, oh boy Caleb, and I think he is a great vibe, expressed interest into Justine, and I want Justine to take that and to explore that and see where that goes. I'm excited, and I really want him and Justine to get to know each other. I think it could be a really good thing. Right now, I have a feeling it could potentially be a Justine versus Rachel thing, even though I think Jeremiah held that on lock when he took that shirt off with the little hoop. I think he did take her for a loop. That hoop brought her back in the loop and brought her right home. He was like, bring that back here, because it was that loop. But I I wonder if they're gonna pit them two against each other. And not against each other, but just like, that's my man. Like a Brandy and Monica moment. Like, the boy is mine. Rachel gives me vibes that she ain't letting up. She don't let up easy. She likes what she likes and she wants what she wants. And she's gonna go get it. She does have that like confidence to her. And Justine's such a sweetheart. So I don't know if a competitive spirit comes into play, if Rachel's gonna be like, that's mine right there. Or will Justine get up and be like, that's mine? I hope she doesn't try and like latch on and try and be like, that's mine. Cause I'm gonna be like, sis, no. But I'm interested to see how it plays out. Will they pit the sisters against each other? So thank you for watching my video. I had so much fun making it. I enjoy watching the episodes and the conversations that are in the comments. It just makes me so happy to know that you guys are just as involved as I am. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at simply_Alana. All my other information will be in the description box. So check it. We're gonna do a handshake. This is our bye handshake. Check it. Speak to y'all later. Bye. Ready? Ready? Let's do it again. So I'm going to speak to y'all later. Bye. And then I'm going to click out. All right. Also, help me out. Let me know some things I can do to improve my channel. I don't know. I'm excited. I'm building. I'm crafting. So let me know. Somebody suggested put music in the background. So I was doing that. So yes, like we're growing. We're a family. So we're going to make this happen. So now I'm officially out. So I will. Come on. Let's do it, guys. Together. Let's do it together, guys. Ready? Speak to y'all later. Bye.